Good afternoon, Professor. I'm going to talk about what is methodology. Additionally, I'm going to talk about, in simple words, what is approach, method, and techniques. Additionally, I'm going to focus in one approach and one method that is working with this approach, and also the techniques that teacher usually use with this kind of method to solve the problem. Now I'm going to talk about first what is methodology. Teaching methodology refers including a specific methods, strategies, approach, techniques chosen to achieve a learning objective based on subject matter of a student's needs. Also, methodology focus on teachers need to know their students. They need to know what kind of activities their students like to do to learn, and also teacher need to use a simple language to transmit the information. They need to use a example to teach. And now, what is approach? An approach is the philosophical belief about how teaching and learning should happen. The objective of approach is engage students effectively and facilitate the knowledge acquisition. There are a different kind of approach that teacher we can use in their class, depend of environment. For example, they can use a approach like constructivistic approach or flipped classroom approach, etc. And now, what is a method? A method is the overall plan or structure for teaching. It includes strategies and steps used to achieve learning goals. In this case, teachers need to follow different steps to get their goals and to arrive their students. For example, they can use a directed methods to teach language focus on speaking or listening without a translation. And finally, what is technique? As you can see, a technique is a specific activity or tool used within the method to achieve a goal. In this case, teacher need to look for activities or tools that their students we can use to learn or to solve a problem. For example, teacher we can use a flashcards to teach vocabulary. What is constructivistic approach? The constructivistic approach is a way of teaching where students actively build their own knowledge and understand through experience and reflections. The constructivistic approach focuses that learning is personal and dynamic process where students discover and construct their own knowledge, and also they can apply those ideas in a real situation rather than being solved facts. The key principle of constructivistic approach are active learning. It is mean students need to understand and analyze the information instead of memorizing, because they can apply to use those ideas in their own real problems, and they can look for in solutions. Prove knowledge because a teacher can connect to new information to a student's experience to create a new knowledge. And finally, real world relevance learning tasks are meaningful and connect with a real life situations. Role of the teachers, like facilitator, because a teacher guides students and help to explore and find answer, and also gives tools and resources. Like a coach, because teachers offers support and give a feedback and control the classes process, and engagement with collaboration and think critically. And finally, like observant, because a teacher need to monitor the students' process and adjust activities to meet their needs. And rules of the students in constructivistic approach. Active participants because students are a central part of constructivist approach and they need to create and their own knowledge or information that they can use in their daily routine. And problem solving because students can analyze and think critically and work toward challenge. And finally, like collaborators because they can work in group and they can learn each other. Problem-based learning or PBL is a teaching method that helps to apply constructivist approach. These methods focus on developing critical thinking, collaboration, and direct learning skill. As I told you, PBL is a teaching method where students learn by solving real life problem instead of teachers gives all the answer. Students work together to explore the problem and find information and come up with solutions. Roles of the teacher: teacher guides and support students, but they don't give all the answers. In role of the students, students are a central part of PBL because they need to learn all about the problem and they need to look for possible solutions that they can apply to solve. Techniques to solve the problem in PBL. There are several techniques that can help students effectively engage with and solve problems in PBL context. Here we have some techniques. First, mind mapping. The purpose of mind mapping is organize the idea, visual, and identify connections between the concepts. In this case, students need to look for information and write those ideas to connect. How to use mind mapping? Students create a central node representing the problem and branch out with relating ideas, cause, and solutions. The other technique is brainstorming. The purpose of brainstorming is generate a wide range of ideas and approach to solving the problem. How to apply or how to use brainstorming, students discuss a problem and list all the possible solutions without judgment, encourage creativity and diverse thinking. Apply those techniques in the class is essential because they engage a constructivist principle by providing knowledge toward experience and collaborative work. Themes of these techniques students can learn effectively and can use the new ideas or new knowledge in a real situations.